Perfect. Pupil Aftermath has made it to the finals. If you want to watch that whole set, it is on YouTube. We casted that yesterday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to game number 4. This is on NoSocotra between Tyrant and between Finland. Very fast-paced map, so I'll quickly introduce the players. We have Viper as the flank, playing as Byzantines, up against the Max, who's playing as Berbers for Finland. Viper's pocket is Tato, and Tato is playing as the Saracens right here. In the green, we have Doubt. Doubt is playing as the Vietnamese, so he can see where the enemy town centers are, and that's why he's signaling it, and Zoopy's going for a lame again! Now, if you're seeing this on YouTube, if you just arrived to the Twitch stream, this is also interesting because Finland just tried to lame Doubt last time, and they called their only restart. So if this is a failure, if the scout goes down, this is where I'm actually going to go to the boar's point of view. You can see the elephant has to have line of sight of the scout, and it will continue to chase, and it has worked out here. Zoopy steals from Doubt. Incredible stuff, and Zoopy's just going to take it right to his ally, Valise. Now, there's most certainly a pause here, and there are no restarts left for anyone. A lame is when you steal resources from someone. Doubt will be down 400 food now. That's a huge deal. There's most certainly been a pause, so I don't know who has paused it. We'll find out, but this game must be played. Let me take this time to introduce the other players. Oh my god! Guys, Viper's trying to lame as well. His scout's on 16 HP, and it's running to the right of the house. Will it die to the TC? Oh, this could be so bad. This is bad for Tyrant. If Viper loses his scout, this would be a disaster. This would be an absolute disaster. Not only would Doubt be down a boar, but Viper would be down a scout, and this is such a close quarters map. Oh, God! Does it die? No! Oh, they need one more hit on it! They need one more hit on it with a scout or something! Do they have a scout here? If Viper looks away for 1 second, if he misclicks, this scout is dead to the elephant. And here comes Valise! Oh, God. Now, another bonus I didn't get to talk about just yet is that with Portuguese on the Finland's team, they get free cartography. Viper's coming this way. No, he's coming up the hill. There's the elephant right there. No, he's coming this way. It's gonna die. The scout is gonna die. It's just a matter of if Tato can send... Does it survive? No way. Maybe another pause. Maybe the players are freaking out as much as I am. Viper might be able to bring this board. I mean, it's already bad for him because his scout is on low HP. The bird is overseeing the whole process here. I apologize that my normal introduction to a game could not happen here because the laming happened so fast, but I had to talk about this. Any rules on pauses? Corrupt politics. I think you can't pause more than 10 times or something ridiculous, but you never see that. So, they also cannot do a restart. The Tyrant used their first restart in game 1. We just saw it from Finland prior to this on the same map when they tried to lame. They were successful this time. It took some real balls from Zoopy to do that. And it took some big balls from Viper to do the same thing to Zoopy. Ah, come on. I can't maintain the hype. I know the second I look away that we're not going to be... The game's going to start and we're not going to be in a good position for the cast. So I will just stay here. Now, Viper could lose his elephant to Valise if Valise wants to try and lame it. Oh, Viper lost a Vil as well? Oh, God. Where did he lose the villager? Right there. He lost... See, that's what happens. When you're laming, you have to still create Vils. And you have to manage your economy, and there's a lot of potential for that. So he lost a villager. And he could lose a scout. Max has showed up as well to help. This isn't a pause at Zoopy's connection. Ah, gotcha. Okay, well, pretty horrible time for a restore if they're going to restore this. They're all still in the game. All right, well, we'll find out soon, guys. What are your thoughts on all this? Seriously, if you were to be casting this, what would you say? I think it looks like it's a pretty good start for Finland, regardless of if Viper is able to bring this 4 in. The trade is most likely a bug that happens sometimes. Valise does not have any trade. I don't think Viper's lost a Vil. Well, he has lost a Vil. He has 1 death and... Oh, don't tell me that's going to block it. Oh, if they kill... Oh my god. Viper saves his scout. Viper said, "Sec, my team speak dropped again." Ah, gotcha. And they did get the elephant. Woo! What a start. I'm sorry for the pause. I, of course, could not do anything about that. And Tato was trying to lame as well. And the elephant has gone back. Oh, that could have been the GG right there. Zoopy could have lost both of his elephants. So now, Tato's scout is near dead. Viper's scout is near dead. Doubt is down an elephant. Zoopy is down an elephant himself. This is still manageable for Tyrant. But wow, what an aggressive start. That's why restarts exist. Without restart. Just imagine. So much could have gone wrong there for both teams.
Yes.
Okay, so apparently they're going to go on Discord. I guess their communication keeps dropping, which is important. That was the communication they sent to each other via chat during the pause, so we should be good now. Well, now Viper can't scout too much. He will know where the town center is for Max, and he will know about Zoopy's TC. Viper trying to bait Max into going after his scout, and Max is not gonna take the bait. So now that things have settled down a little bit, I want to talk about the map positions, and you see players are very far forward building walls. I love how Valise has been able to get the extra elephant, get the zebras for food, and I love his forward walls. Positioning is going to be so big, and Doubt, he doesn't really want to send Vils out to wall early because he's already down some resources, so he wants to put all of his economy into actual economy and not building up. Now, I do like Vietnamese a lot, because we'll likely see archers from Doubt from the flank. Archers and skirms, very strong for Vietnamese, they have the extra HP. Max also has the ability to go with forward walls. Viper is trying to wall himself, and he's been pushed back here. And again, he can't assist with his own scout, so there's not much he can do to stop this. And look how much map, if you look at the mini-map, look how much map that Finland is about to secure for themselves. Doubt is not going for a drush. He does not have a barracks yet. So the focus will be on the wood lines. But the one thing I'd like to stress to you, I don't know how informed everyone is on the game. I want to stress to you map control on this one, because we're probably going to see similar army compositions. It's just going to be about hills and map control. And if you're new to Age of Empires, when you're on a hill firing downhill, you do 25% more damage. And when you're firing uphill, you do 25% less damage. So those are extremely important. Has anyone ever used SOs to cut through or around the trees? No, you just don't have the time, man. This is going to be an all-out feudal age brawl leading towards Castle Age. Sometimes this ends in Castle Age, you know, because you don't have the time at the expert level to get to something like that. Okay, so I assume, remember there's that delay. So we'll probably see the communication they were having after we catch up to the pause time. Doubt might lose his scout here. Zoopy sees this. Zoopy's going to get a downhill hit. Nah, Doubt won't lose his scout, but he'll lose more HP. Valise not losing his scout to the TC. Valise getting loom. Walls from Zoopy will be completed. Walls from Max will be completed. Unfortunate for Tyrant that their comms went down. And Tato's on the way to feudal, and Doubt is on the way to feudal. Tato from Pocket, I think... I don't know, he's Saracens. I've seen Sling from Saracens before. It's not letting me connect to TeamSpeak or Discord. Could we restore? I'm trying to reboot. And Zoopy says, guess there's no choice. Ah, okay, so they're having issues. Viper's gonna reboot his PC, and we're gonna have to go back. So, seeing as Viper isn't back in the game room, I think we should stay in the game for a little bit and compare all the things that we normally can't touch on too much. Let's look at the gold spots. The gold spots for Doubt are relatively far forward, especially these, where the walls are. If a tower were to come up, which is difficult, by the way, because you start with 20 stone, you'd have to purchase it. That would be a very good forward position for Valise. This, as well, this hill will be important for Doubt to hold. Tons of hills for Finland, though. They've walled in front of all the hills, so I think disadvantage Tyrant for sure with map position. Okay, Viper also has 2 forward golds, but these golds are safe. And Max, his golds are slightly behind the TC. Belize, he also, since he has map control, should be fine. We'll go back and we'll just wait a little bit. YouTube, I apologize, but obviously I can't do anything about this. No, they will not restart, they will restore it. So they've saved Viper's back now. Might take a few minutes, but they will restore it. Oh dear. With the $5 tip says, T90 official, why are you making halberdiers when I'm not making knights? And he spammed that like 6 times. Stop, man. Stop. Stop reminding me. Attila the Pun says, hi T90. I'm new watching the stream for the first time. It's really good. Keep it up. Thank you for the 13-month resub, Attila. Predictions. Well, in this particular game, Finland's looking good. Viper doesn't seem to be too satisfied. You can only see the players here. They can't see the spectators, luckily. Lots of spectators watching this. Viper says, is someone fucking with me or what? I keep getting disconnected. I can connect, then I get dropped after a minute. So we'll have to wait. That is weird, though, because I assume that Finland are using TeamSpeak as well. Cos, the voice communication they're using, whether it be Discord or TeamSpeak, it's not working right now. So I've actually never experienced this. It could be possible if someone had powers on their TeamSpeak server to kick them, but Discord, not so much. So it could be just a technology issue. Drop hacks. Lithalized, what's up? He says his viewer numbers are insane. Man, your stream is amazing like always. Thanks, Lithalized. Not quite as good as T92 then, I guess, though. Thanks for being here. Okay, so they're going to try again. And at least for now, it's working. They have to restore from that point. Is it true that Aftermath just lost 1 game in the whole tournament? I think so. Aftermath, again, for those that don't know, is the team that's waiting for the winner here. Whoever wins this best of 5 plays Aftermath in a best of 7 in the final. In the group stage, Aftermath 3-0'd Tyrant. That's the big one that stands out to me. They think they had another 3-0 and maybe a 3-1. So yeah, Aftermath definitely have been the best team in this tournament. Viper just had to go to the toilet and needed an excuse. Yeah, for sure. Now, Viper wouldn't do that. It actually ruins the momentum both for Tyrant and for Finland because coming back from a restore, it's really tough. You know, you're in the zone, you're thinking about 5, 6, 7 different things, and then you kind of lose that focus. You have to remember where everything was located. Hernosa, there was a drop, so they're going to restore it. We're just waiting for that now. Everything's fine, right, chat? Everything's fine. No, there's no way Viper's getting DDoSed. There's no way. It's just technology. I do like Finland's position better with the walls, though. No, Medley, the final is next weekend. It is yet to be announced. We have to, of course, wait to see the victor here, and it'll be on likely Saturday or Sunday. I will, of course, be there streaming it. I will announce the times on my Twitter. While we have so many people here, you'll have more incentive to do this over the next 2 weeks when I announce a giveaway, but you should follow my Twitter for updates if you use Twitter. Because I tweet out after streams, before streams, I put my schedule on there, have the schedule and the countdowns always below the stream. But if you use Twitter, definitely check it out. You just click the image below. Yeah, it's definitely unusual, Vichoso. So hopefully everything will be sorted. We're in the game now. They're restoring from the point we left. Now, sometimes it's possible that you miss 90 seconds. But no, I don't think we did. Wait. We may have. Doubt is halfway to feudal. I think the overlay does not show technologies. Oh, Doubt's going to lose the scout? Nice job from Belize. The overlay doesn't show technologies that were ongoing. So Tato's on the way to feudal. Viper's on the way to feudal. Max is not on his way yet, which is surprising. There we go. Zupi's not on his way either, and Belize is. So I guess the overlay is caught up in that regard. So Finland's later to the next stage. The walls will buy them time. Huh, okay. So faster feudals for Tyrant. We'll see what they go with. I think flanks normally go archers here. I have seen a lot of slinging on this map as well. Slinging, again, is when you build a market and send all your resources to an ally. And so far, so good as far as the voice communications go for Viper. Vietnamese are very strong civ. Byzantines, I think, are the best for this map. And you have the best player in the game, arguably, with that civilization. Viper had a tough start, though. He lost a villager. He has a very weak scout. And, Zupi... Oh! Zupi's gonna kill Tato's scout? One scout? Will Viper lose his now? Surely he'll see this and run away. That's weird. That is so poor. I mean, it might not seem like a big deal, but Tato was going scouts and he lost his scout. Viper now, he won't be able to use that in the fights. That is definitely not what you normally see from Tyrant. Viper, not the wisest move to attack that. You know, like, why, if you have 1 HP, would you attack the wall at all? I think he was trying to have Max show his hand, but that was a mistake from both Tato and from Viper. And again, there's a pause. Killing spree. T90 wrecked. Now, this might be down to their voice communication, so we're really at the mercy of technology here. We're so spoiled, aren't we? We're so used to everything working all the time. It definitely has to work, though. It definitely has to work. So I will predict what we'll see here. We have the barracks from Max. I think we'll see archers or skirms from him. These three villagers are likely going to golds. Belize, then likely the same. Yep, he'll go for archers. Portuguese are good civ here because of the free cartography, which helps with the communication between the teammates. And also, they have the cheaper gold units. And Vikings, this is an interesting one. They have very strong eco. Normally, I'd say they go archers. Zupi instead is just walling a lot, and he's going up later. Maybe he will go for scouts, but likely archers from him as well. Yeah, Viper building his archery ranges. He's going archers. Zupi can keep an eye on all of this, but now he'll probably trade with his scout because it'll die. Yeah, Tato making a new one. But at least he knows what's going on. He knows what Viper's going for behind these walls. And he knows what Tato is going for as well. Yeah, Jesus loves Shiva. I will upload that, man. I will upload that. Tomorrow's my day off, so I'll work on all the uploads for the week. I'll upload both of those games. So, slight advantage with the uptimes for Tyrant, but they had to do something with it. And I think that Finland's, they've gone for the heavier walls because they want to get away with a later uptime. Okay. That would be the chat that happened when the original pause happened. Yeah, there we go. We're good. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that they're not having any issues. That would be really unfortunate. Zupi needs to get a wall up here. He does not want Viper to get through. And he's walling a lot, Zupi. Now, will he sling here? I'm just curious. He doesn't even have a barracks. Feels like he's going to build a market. Oh, he's building the market forward. I think Zupi will send resources to one of his allies. In fact, I'm pretty certain of that, seeing as he hasn't done anything to show me he'll make military. And this is war! Max helping out with his own walls. Yeah, okay. So, Tyrant, they're trying to get through, and I think Tyrant's response to this, I know it sounds ridiculous, the sling is a complicated thing. I think Tyrant's response to this is to get Tato to sling. Because if they can't get through these walls, either Max will be up to Castle Age faster, or Valise will be up to Castle Age faster, and they'll get lots of upgrades over top of the flanks on the other side of these walls. So I think the mindset here might be, if you expect a sling from the enemy team, you gotta sling yourself. We've seen it a lot this tournament. Now, another fun fact, because Aftermath is going to be facing the winner of this best of 5 today. Aftermath is the only team. First of all, they've only had one loss in the group stages. They've only had one loss the whole tournament. But second of all, I don't think they've ever slung. And they've still been so dominant. So that's another little tidbit to keep in mind going into the final. And yes, coinage is what you research before you sling, so there's not as much of a tax when you send the resources to your ally. And will they sling Max, who can go Knights and hasn't created any scouts from that stable? Probably sling him to Knights. And then Zupi, or Valise, sorry, will just hold on this side. There's more military from Viper and from Doubt, but they don't have the hill. But they're going to try and push Valise, who's on the other side of the person who will receive the res. Ooh, villager down. Now Tyrant has the hill, and this is going to be tough, man. This is going to be tough. Hold on. Did Zupi just bought stone? He's sending resources to Max. Is he going to send resources to Zupi? I mean, to Valise here. So Valise can tower. Or is, oh, he's going to build gates. This is the risk. When you sling, you take yourself out of the game. You're hoping that you can have a very strong 2v3 push. But this is the risk. Blue doesn't have any military. And there's a hole in this wall. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, well, with the stone walls here from Zupi, these units will have to come this way. They don't want to run into the town center fire. But I don't like this at all from Finland. It was not well coordinated with the walls. They did have the time to do so. But Tyrant pushing with all 3 players now. Tato is also slinging. Tato, I assume will sling Viper. And he's stonewalling up here. But maybe he'll sling Doubt. Seems like Viper. You only start with 20 stone. You need to utilize that. Oh, this is rough. Max can send Knights. They just need to wait. A tower now for Zupi's had to purchase this stone. If they hold and wait for Max's Knights, Max can send some help. But Tyrant have done a lot so far. But if Finland ends up losing because of this right here, that's a huge misplay in my assessment, because they double walled everywhere and they didn't do it here. So that would be, well, I guess they double walled, but I guess they should have played it more safe is my point. Again, I don't know why there's a pause. My assumption is that Viper's voice comms dropped again, which is tough. You know what makes this interesting? If Viper is indeed receiving the sling, and let's say he is, okay? And he will hit Castle soon as well. He'll have to click up yet. He's creating military and sending them a long distance, as is Max. The stone walls from Tato make me think that they don't want to fight each other in a 1v1. Max is adding 3 stables, and Tato does not want Viper to be pressured by Max. So a lot of the fights are going to be going on at Doubt's base and at Valise's base. Again, we resume. Valise took losses. But with the tower now from Zupi, I think they'll hold. And now Tyrant needs to... Yeah, there's a signal on the hill, and probably saying take the hill now. We don't want to get overrun. The other thing I can't help but think about is how Zupi, because he didn't double layer wall early, he built his market forward. So he didn't surprise the opposing team with the sling. He didn't even make them guess. Instead, what he did was he showed them a market, and that's an obvious tell. I look at the rules of the tournament. I don't find any rules on pauses. Yeah, this is not tactical pauses. I've never once had an issue with pauses, like with someone abusing that in a tournament.
Yes.
There, Sec, I tried to do something. It doesn't matter, guys. It's unfortunate for us, but we got to remember they have to play to the best of their ability. These are very long games. We started almost 4 hours ago, so this takes a long time. This is messy, messy, messy stuff. Knight's gonna arrive from Max soon, right? Where's he going? Yeah, he's coming this way. Walls, 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 walls. If Tyrant get in, they win the game, so... Viper's on the way to castle. This would be the time for Max to take an engagement, but I still don't think he has the knight numbers just yet. Now, Berber knights are very cheap. There's also 3 stables for Max. Again, Tato is stonewalling and slinging for his team. He's slinging the Viper. Viper is Byzantines, and Viper as Byzantines. Look at the resources. He can almost hit Imp, or click Imp, after he hits Castle, and that is because the Byzantines cheap Imperial time. So that's why I think Byzantines are much better on this map. They're much, much better. Another villager down for Veliz. To be honest, it's all about Max now. Veliz, he's trying to get towards Castle Age, but until he's there, he won't matter too much in the fights. Siege Workshop for Max, a Maganel or 2, of course, would trade very well versus all these archers. What's Doubt's resources looking like? He is trying to get close to the Castle Age as well. Actually further behind than Veliz, which is surprising considering Veliz has been he's been struggling, that's the word. I think Tyrant need to run back. That's a lot of knights from Max. That is a lot of knights from Max. Well, who carried Max in that amazing game? Or who carried Finland in that amazing game too? It was Max. They're giving it to him again to keep their tournament lives going. Imperial for the Viper. Imperial for the Viper. So now they'll just wait for Imp. Viper can get Arb. Viper can then get Bracer. I'm telling you, Byzantines, it's so big. It's so big. And that'll mean the Maganels won't contribute too much. Now, isn't this panning out like the game we saw between LOS and SY? Do you guys remember that? We had a Sling. It was a 2v2. We had the Byzantine player going to Imp. Very, very similar situation. I think in that game, Riot was also Teal, and Riot was Chinese making knights. This time, it's Max and the Teal making Berber knights, and it's Viper instead of Yo as Byzantines. Actually, that might have been Vietnamese for Yo. I'm sorry, but still very similar. Very, very similar. Max is on the way to Imp as well! Holy sling! Now, while logic would tell you that Viper would have cheap halbs, you can't use the halberdier as well when there's going to be archers from Veliz. So, Viper considering going through here, Viper sees the Maganels. Viper will have about a minute to do damage with the Arbs and Bracer, but if Max gets Cavalier, I mean, he's 26 military versus Viper's 33. That's something else. That is just something else. Azupi, he's also stonewalling just like Tato did. Crossbow and Bodkin on the way for Veliz. Viper could possibly lose his archer range. He does not want to lose his units. He's maybe trying to tempt Max out with his Maganels, and yes. You look away for 1 second, you lose the game here. Because there's Maganels, there's Knights. You need your army numbers. Especially, it's Viper and Max, the 2 best players in this game. Who will win? Hey, let's not forget about Doubt, of course. Oh, Doubt? He doesn't have his upgrades yet. He's getting them as we speak. And Max is sending a Maganel to this side. I wouldn't like this if I'm Doubt. I also wouldn't like this if I'm Max. Now, Viper himself has said that, because I know everyone here likely knows Viper. Viper has said that he thinks Max is one of the best team game players in the world. Well, Max is up against him now. Max has almost as many Cavaliers as Viper has Arbalest. So this is unlikely, but if they could tempt Viper out, if Viper builds this gate and goes through, if they could somehow get to Viper before he can run back, that would be wonderful. Viper does not know what's waiting for him back there. You know what? Max could consider running right into Doubt space as well and cleaning him up. That's real ballsy because Viper's coming towards his base. He's gonna do it. He is gonna do it. Doubt hasn't rewalled this. He doesn't expect this at all. Oh god. Doubt is just now seeing this. He has no vills close by to quick wall this. This was totally unexpected. Max needs to make sure he gets past this. Is Doubt just going to sacrifice with his army? The Cavalier are past, and oh my god, Doubt is going to get destroyed here. He is going to get totally mopped up. These Cavalier have full defense upgrades. Viper, now, he doesn't know where to go. He does not know where to go. Max is making more units, and what a play from Finland. Tato desperately trying to gate this off so he doesn't get hit because he's slinging. Oh, this has actually been successful. But still, that does not save Doubt. Doubt is needed here, and Belize is on the way to the Imperial Age. Viper almost has to push forward now. If Viper goes back to help, then Max is just going to send more units. So Viper almost has to kill Max now. It's all on Viper, and Tato's on the way to Castle. But I don't think he can keep the Cavalier from getting into his base. Viper might try for conversions, but we've seen Viper carry before. We really need to see it now. Now, the risk there is that Max doesn't have numbers here. That's what you would think, but he does have numbers here. Oh, man. Doubt's dead, man. Doubt's dead. Tato, to save himself, has walled Doubt out. Doubt might be saying, hey, like, open it up for me, man. I'm sending you wives. I'm sending you women. I bring wine and women. Let me in. Doubt is on 3 vills. 3 vills. Unreal. Viper has bombard cannons, 1 monk, and 67 military. But Max can send this back, right? Max just has to send the Cavalier back. He doesn't need to... Maybe they want to defeat Doubt, but I think the only way they lose this is if Max gets cleaned up by Viper. That's the only way. And he's being very careful with his engagements. He does have Mangonels in here, but Viper's micro is great, and Arbalest can kill Mangonels. Oh, they're trying to get into Tato's base. Oh my god, they're through! They're through! Tato hits Castle Age, but now Viper could find Cavalier in his base. Viper is attacking the Siege Workshop. Max is running with his eco. He is run with his eco. And the Mangonels will not do much. I think he needs to commit with an engagement. Just try. Viper forced to help with Arbalest now. But now Tato could get defeated. Where's Doubt's pop? He has 2 vills. Where the hell are they? Oh, they're on gold right there. This is fine. This is fine. Just blend in with the palisade. Just blend in. This is fine. They're just trying to stay alive because they know that Viper is all they got. And Valise can send units to help. Max has 66 military. This is just nuts. And look at all the units coming out of these stables. Like, I know Viper's micro is good, but Cavalier is so much better in these numbers. And Tato... We're going to see a game 5. We're going to see a game 5, aren't we? Tato, he could barely sling now. I say that, and he has tons of resources, so I'm dead wrong. Surely, we will see a game 5. Can Viper do this on his own? I mean, Max doesn't have his own eco. That's a lot of Cavalier. No. Doubt now has 1 pop, and it's in this archer range. Doubt's going to be defeated. Doubt is going to be defeated. He can make a few crossbows. Like, he can run with this crossbow to try and stay alive. Finland have just been patient, man. They've been incredibly patient. Zupi's sending him the resources he needs. 67 military for Max, and most of that is not in Doubt's base anymore. It's all gone back home. Wow. Well, we're gonna see one big fight. If Viper hasn't resigned just yet, he's gonna try, and I don't blame him. They want to finish off this pesky Finland team. And Tato at least has vills. Doubt's gonna raid the gold with the crossbow. Let's see that Dot micro. Let's go, man. I'll help you, Viper. I'm coming. I'm coming. Oh, the engagement is coming in! This is the game! This is game 4! Too much focus on Doubt's almighty crossbow. On the bright side for Doubt and his reputation, he has not been defeated. But Oh my god. What a play from Finland. What a play. Woo! Man, how risky was that? You see how Max had to leave? He had to leave his base with all of his economy. So he knew how big of a risk it was to go to Doubt. He still did it anyway. If Doubt had quick-walled that, if he had seen it, which he, of course, wasn't expecting it. I don't think anyone on Tyrant was. If Doubt had walls there, then that was completely different, and Viper kills Max's base, and then I don't know if Max is able to do much. But just because Doubt was virtually defeated and Tatsu took some big losses, it worked out for them. Oh, we missed a big splat there, but it doesn't matter. What team play from Finland. Now, it comes back to the communication. I've said many times about this Windlands team, crazy KD there from Max. They only play team games, and they almost only play together. So they are gelled, man. They've been doing this for years and years and years together. They've ironed out all the kinks, and now we're going to game 5, guys. We are going to game 5. It is 2-2. We know what the civs will be. We know what the map will be. The map will be beach fight. Hatito needs to play and not sling sometime.